What is up, Druids of Azeroth? My name is Remy the Doggo Druid, and in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about auction house flipping and how the pros do it. At the end of this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about why none of this actually matters that much. It matters a little, but it doesn't actually matter that much in World of Warcraft Classic Season of Discovery. Auction house flipping, what is it and why do we do it? Obviously, flipping means to buy low and sell high. Now, today's video is very timely. I'm doing this Friday evening, Friday afternoon, because the timing matters. Now, there are three different kinds of flipping that you can do with the auction house. I'm going to start with the most expensive yet the biggest reward, and that is buying and selling BOE items such as the Mantle of Thieves, BOE blues like the Magician's Mantle, see 23 gold, all the way up to 100 gold. The idea is you buy these when they're least expensive and then sell them when they're at their most expensive, right? This is the slowest of all of the AH flips, but has the biggest return on investment. Now, the timing matters. Why did I say that timing matters? On the weekend is when most of us are playing World of Warcraft. Some of us do this for their job. You know, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I play video games all day long, but that does not represent most of the population of the world and indeed World of Warcraft. So most people play on the weekends or later in the evening. These items will drop in price on the weekend because there will be more for sale on the weekend. There will be more people, farming them. There'll be more people trying to sell them on the weekend, and so therefore the price will be lower. You could take a look at an item like the Magician's Mantle and watch until somebody gets bored. Like Kelsey right here might get bored trying to sell at 24 gold, and you know what? I might sell it for 20 or 19 or 18 gold. You buy it instantly, you just grab it, you swipe it up, and then you wait a few days until later in the week when there are less people playing, there are less people farming for these items, and then you put it back on the auction house for 25, 30 gold. You might get lucky and get, 20% profit, 25% profit off of this. And when you're dealing with items that are this expensive, another one is like the Trollbane leggings, right? These are super, super high, but I have seen these for a lot less expensive. More approachable items would be like the Slag Hammer. These are pretty high as well, but I have seen them in the 30 to 50 gold range. The Dense Triangle Mace, around 20 to 23 gold. I've seen this in the 10 gold area. In fact, I bought mine for 10 gold like 2 weeks ago. Now, is there more people playing or is there less people playing than 2 weeks ago? That's a good question, but I would think that more people are actually playing. So that's kind of the first one. You're going to need the most income up front in order to do this flip, but obviously it has the biggest return on investment. Now, the other two have to do with crafting. And again, timing is important, but anybody can do this. You don't have to be a druid like I am. You don't have to be a hunter like Keither from the guild Free Butt. You can just do this as any class as long as you got a little bit of startup capital. Every single profession, from leatherworking to alchemy, has items that sell that are pre-best in slot items. The heavy earthen gloves are a great example of this craft for leatherworkers. What do? The materials for this item: medium leather, elemental earth, bolt of woolen cloth, fine thread. Let's take a look at the item itself on the auction house. 2 to 3 gold, okay? 2 to 3 gold, and the materials are not 2 to 3 gold. See, medium leather, look at that. 3 silver, that's 36-ish silver for that. Elemental earth is, you need 2 of those, you can get, that's 36 silver, so that's 60 to 70 silver right there. You have fine thread is 2 silver, that's 1 silver each, so we'll call it 70 silver for those 3 items. And bolt of woolen cloth, 70, let's call it 75, 80 silver for this craft, okay? 80-ish silver for this craft. And again, you see heavy earthen gloves, 2 gold, 69 silver. Every craft has items like this. Another big one is the toughened leather gloves. These are pretty high-end gloves for a lot of leather wearers. And every profession has items that are part of the wayward supplies. The Hillman's Shoulders is one of those things. 18 silver. It does not cost 18 silver to make this. It costs probably around 8 to 10 silver to make this. It's going to move a lot faster than something like the heavy earthen gloves or the toughened leather gloves do. But the idea, guys, is these materials: medium leather, cured medium hide, all of these items, if you don't want to farm them yourself, which you can absolutely go do if you would like, buy them on the weekend, craft the item, and then sell it later on in the middle of the week. when the prices of the toughened leather gloves go up. And I have seen it above 3 to 3.5 gold. Again, it's not a lot, but whenever you're talking about buying materials today for 60 to 80 silver and you're turning around and selling it for 3 gold, that's a 2 gold plus margin. That's pretty good. It's really good. Crafting specific items in your profession is always going to be a great choice. These just happen to be some of the examples for leatherworking. There are many, many, many examples. But I want to stick for the third and final flip. I want to talk about Hillman's shoulders a little bit more in depth. Whenever we're talking about flipping, if you're looking at the lowest barrier to entry and the highest velocity, but maybe not that great of a margin, you got to think about things that people are going to be going through a lot. Going through meaning using a lot. A lot of people are only going to need to buy one set of gloves. You know, a lot of people are only going to need to buy, one set of boots or one set of chest piece or whatever, right? As they're gearing up, they go onto the BFD, they get their best in slot, and they don't have to buy any more of those items. So that's a one-time buy. But think about things that people have to buy a lot of. I already mentioned the Hillman's shoulders and the materials necessary for this. Hillman shoulders is one of the wayward supply things. Every single profession has item that is responsible for some of those wayward supplies. The lesser mana potions for alchemy. I think there's bronze tubes. There's the pearl clasped cloak for tailoring, as well as the gray woolen shirt. Those are high velocity items, but the margin is going to be low. Buy a lot of the materials on the weekend and then sell them through the week. But by far the best AH flip so far in World of Warcraft Season of Discovery is alchemy and buying the materials for the free action potions and the shadow protection potions, right? These two are consumed at every raid and multiples every raid. Every raid resets, and let's see, Black Fathom Depths resets in 14 hours and 30 minutes. Every time that there is a raid reset, these items spike in value. They're not high right now. I showed you a shadow protection, 30 silver. They're not great right now. You could just buy this item. You could buy shadow protection potions now and wait till the raid reset goes live and sell them at a 10% markup, a 15% markup, a 20% markup. They go fast. People buy them in stacks of 5. If you're a good group, you only really need like 1 or 2, but a stack of 5 gets you through most pugs just fine, and they are bought by the hundreds because everybody's trying to do the raid every 3 days. Raids in Season of Discovery reset every 3 days, so the velocity is a lot higher. The margin isn't as great, but you could easily, if you sit here all day, you could easily get 10, 15 gold per hour if you are constantly looking at it. You're checking, if you're undercut, you remove stuff and re-add it, stack at 10 and then another 10 and another 10, keep going, right? It doesn't matter if you have the profession or not, because you can buy the item now, the shadow protection potion now, and then relist them in a couple of days. But if you do have alchemy, you could buy the materials now during the weekend when prices are lower, and then whenever the raid reset is live, unfortunately, raid reset being on a Saturday, it's going to kind of skew things a little bit, but 3 days from Saturday when the raid resets again, the prices for the shadow protection potions, the free action potions, the elixir of ogre's strength, these sell very good. 8 strength for 1 hour. You buy the materials to make the elixir, you craft it, you sit on it until the raid resets in a few days. Put them all in the auction house, check every 10, 15 minutes. If they don't sell immediately, drop them out and re-add them. Put them in the auction for 2 hours each so that the deposit is lower. The absolute best gold farms right now can top out at 20 gold per hour. If you're really, really good or really, really lucky, you can get close to 30 gold per hour. Why bother with all of that randomness and all that effort when you can just, do this while you're watching Netflix or, watching YouTube or something? Just, run the auction house, buy low, sell high. But why does this probably not even matter that much? Well, I've got a video on screen now discussing why you're not going to need that much gold for phase 2 of Season of Discovery. And also I have a video on screen showing a non-competitive way to earn a ton of gold for not that much effort at all. As always, be good or be good at it, and I'll see you in the next one.